Hi, and welcome back. Mitzvahs number 50 and 51. It's good to be a Kohain, but not as good as it used to be. Allow me to explain by reading the mitzvahs inside. Mitzvah number 50, it is a positive commandment to accord honor to a Kohain. As since scripture says, you shall hallow him, which means to make him holy and prepare him, that he should be fit and ready to offer up sacrifices, and also to treat him with honor, making him first in every matter of holiness. To begin as the first at the reading of the Torah, to be first in the saying of the benediction at a meal, and to take a fine portion at the start. We are duty bound to hallow him thus, even against his will if he does not wish it, since scripture says, you shall hallow him, which is interpreted as even against his will. Even if a Kohen has a disfiguring defect and thus is not fit for temple service, we are obligated to honor him. It applies in every place and time for both man and woman. And mitzvah number 51, because it used to be really great, it is a positive commandment that whoever ritually slaughters a pure kosher animal is to give the Kohen the foreleg, cheek, and maw, which is a considerable portion. For scripture says, he shall give the Kohen the foreleg and two cheeks and the maw. This means the right foreleg and the shank, whatever the details are. The important thing, as we move to the bottom paragraph, Uvizman hazeh. In the present time, we follow Rabbi Eloi, as quoted in the Babylonian Talmud, in practice, and do not give them to a Kohen. We don't do this anymore. Okay, let's talk about this. Kohanim have to be given priority. Kohanim get first cut. Basically, Kohanim get first cut. By the way, not mentioned here, Kohanim get first cut when it comes to Truma. A person finishes harvesting their food, they gather together, whatever their harvest is, they have to give tithes. First, the very first thing that's tithe is the tithe for the priests. The most common expression that we have of this particular mitzvah is the fact that we always want to give a Kohen the first aliyah, the first call to the Torah. That's the most obvious. Asking a Kohen if they would like to lead the benching, lead the Birkat HaMazon, the grace after meals. This is also why if a Kohen declines, or you want somebody else to read it, we say Birashus HaKohanim, with the permission of the Kohanim. Somebody else who's not a Kohen is going to lead benching. This priority which is to be given to the Kohen is reflective of their inherent kedusha, their inherent sanctity is given to them by God. You'll note that this applies even to a Kohen who could not serve in the temple. Temple service was not the only thing that the Kohanim did, and they had privileges beyond temple service. You should know that, again, just to tell you how good it used to be, back in the old days, Kohanim used to get all sorts of portions of meat from sacrifices, also the skins. The Kohanim used to get all the skins from the sacrifices, where skins were allowed to be taken, where the animal was skinned. So Kohanim really had a good deal. They were basically supported between the sacrifices and the truma, the tithes. They were basically supported, which allowed them the freedom to study and to be judges and to be involved in all sorts of ritual matters, or at least that was the idea. Again, in our time, we have vestiges of these practices, but we no longer have these practices actively, except for, again, the most notable of which is giving a Kohen the first aliyah, giving him the first Torah portion when we read the Torah. We are going to continue next time, although I should mention it now, actually, let's just assume it's for 52 over here. It is a positive commandment to give the Kohen the first of the wool. When a flock is sheared, the first of the wool should be given to the Kohen. It's known as Reishis Gaze. It's another wonderful thing that the Kohen, that the priests get. This, by the way, still applies. So if you happen to have a sheep that you're shearing, you have an opportunity to give the Kohen some of it, you can fulfill this mitzvah. By the way, there are people who have gone out of their way to make sure to buy an animal, slaughter an animal, give the right foreleg, give the cheek, give the maw, go out of their way to fulfill these commandments as a sign of their enthusiasm for the commandments, even though many of them don't apply, or you certainly don't have to go out of your way to buy a sheep to do the mitzvah, but there are people who do such things. Yes, they do, because they love their mitzvahs. And we love ours. Next time, Next time, we are going to talk about Pidyon HaBen. It is a positive commandment to hallow firstborn males that open a womb, and it is a positive commandment for an Israelite to redeem his son who is a firstborn to his Israelite mother. This is known as Pidyon HaBen, redeeming the firstborn. We'll talk about it next time. Thanks for being with us. Bye-bye.